Hello everyone, here is my channel, Chinese Animation Xian. Undoubtedly the most mysterious and powerful treasure on Qing in Beyond Time is that purple crystal. As we all know, Qing has come a long way, from an orphan in the slums to a powerful being who upholds the constitution and defies fate. Only he knows how much suffering he has endured and how many life or death trials he has gone through. But there is one thing that has been with him all the time, protecting him from disasters, helping him grow, and even saying that without this purple crystal, there would be no Qing we know later. Where exactly did this purple crystal come from? And in which life or death experiences of Qing has it helped him greatly? Today, we will tell you the story of the purple crystal and Qing from start to finish. First of all, we need to figure out that the origin of this purple crystal is really extraordinary, closely related to the entire worldview of Beyond Time. As we all know, in the world of Beyond Time, a huge remains of a god's face hangs in the sky. This god failed to break through to a higher realm in the past, and his broken body turned into a god's face, falling into a deep sleep. However, he unconsciously releases divine power in his sleep, leaving destruction everywhere he goes, directly turning those places into eternal forbidden areas. And this purple crystal is directly related to this remains of the god's face. Specifically, after this god's face was seriously injured back then, many artifacts were nailed into it to seal its power, and the purple crystal we are talking about is one of these sealing artifacts. Just think about how terrifying the power of a god is. Can the artifact used to seal it be ordinary? What is more crucial is that this god's face forces out one of the sealing artifacts on its body every once in a while, but this process comes at a great cost. It has to split its own will. Therefore, each forced-out artifact is mixed with the god's own poison, some fragmented will, and pure divine origin power, then scattered in the ruins between heaven and earth, waiting for a destined person to pick it up. And Qing is that destined person. Speaking of which, we have to go back to when Qing was 6 years old. That year, the god's face in the sky suddenly opened its eyes, and a terrifying wave of spiritual energy smashed into the ground. Wherever it passed, all creatures were instantly wiped out. And the slum where Qing lived was no exception, turning into a sea of blood and bones. Just when everyone thought this 6-year-old child would be destroyed along with them, a purple light fell from the sky, wrapping around Qing, making him the only survivor in the entire slum. And this purple light finally condensed into a small purple crystal, quietly merging into Qing's body and becoming a part of his life. This is the origin of the purple crystal. It is not an ordinary natural treasure, but a sealing artifact that suppresses gods, a treasure that fell into the world after the god's face split its will, with inherent divine origin power and countless mysteries hidden within. Let's talk about the appearance of this purple crystal. It is clearly described in the original work. It is long, about the size of a human finger, crystal clear with some flocculent things inside. The purple light emanates from these flocculents, and sometimes it glows with colorful purple light, looking full of fairy spirit. The most peculiar thing is that no one except Qing can find its existence. Even if it is on Qing's body, others cannot perceive it, as if it is inherently bound to Qing, a guardian artifact exclusive to him. Now that we know its origin, let's focus on how much this purple crystal has helped Qing in his life. We will start from when Qing survived by chance at the age of 6 and talk step by step. Every key experience is inseparable from the shadow of this purple crystal. After Qing survived at the age of 6, he was trapped in the forbidden ruins caused by the god's face. How terrible was that place? It was full of rotten bones and sandstorms. The laws were distorted by divine pollution, strange beasts ran amok, and there were all kinds of weird existences. Not to mention a 6-year-old child, even an adult scavenger would hardly survive if they went in. At that time, Qing had nothing, and could only barely make a living by picking up things in the ruins, sometimes even fighting with wild dogs for food. His life was worse than that of animals. And at this time, the purple crystal began to play its first role, protecting his life. At that time, Qing was still young, knew nothing about cultivation, and had no idea that he had such a treasure on him. But the purple crystal was silently protecting him. As we all know, the environment in the forbidden area is extremely harsh. The air is filled with the god's poison and the erosion of various weird forces. Ordinary people would be infected by the poison and die of festering all over their bodies if they stayed for a while. But Qing was able to survive safely there for 7 years, all thanks to the purple crystal. The purple crystal has a natural purification attribute, which can automatically help Qing resist the poison and weird forces in the air, even if he accidentally comes into contact with deadly poison occasionally. The purple crystal will quietly operate its power to help him detoxify and repair the damage to his body. Moreover, at that time Qing often went hungry and was exhausted, and the purple crystal could also quietly nourish his body and supplement his vitality, allowing him to persist even in extreme hunger and fatigue without starving or exhausting to death. During these 7 years, Qing struggled to survive in the ruins, developing an in-depth vigilance and ruthlessness. He also accidentally obtained a bamboo slip of Haishanju and began to try to cultivate. But Haishanju is extremely difficult to cultivate. Qing practiced for a long time, but he always stayed at the entry level and couldn't break through to the first level of qi condensation, which made him very anxious because in the ruins, only by becoming stronger can he survive. And at this moment the purple crystal helped him a great deal again, completely changing his fate. Once when Qing was searching for supplies in the ruins of a city, he accidentally found an intact corpse. He felt strange at that time. Most of the corpses in the ruins would rot, so how could this one be preserved so completely? Later he found a purple crystal next to the corpse, which is the one we are talking about. He immediately realized that this crystal was extraordinary, so he quickly picked it up. The moment he held the purple crystal, he felt the tiredness in his body disappear instantly, and the wounds left by running around and fighting were also slowly healing. That warm feeling made him feel the existence of power for the first time. Qing is a meticulous and extremely vigilant person. He knew that once such a precious treasure was discovered by others, he would be unable to protect it at all, so he thought of the safest way to hide the purple crystal in his own body. He gritted his teeth, made a cut on his chest with a dagger, then stuffed the purple crystal into it, letting the wound heal and completely hiding the purple crystal in his chest. And this hiding not only made the purple crystal safe, but also allowed its power to be fully exerted. After the purple crystal was implanted into Qing's chest, it was like a huge spiritual energy vortex, starting to frantically absorb the surrounding heaven and earth spiritual energy, then converting this spiritual energy into pure power and injecting it into Qing's body. As we all know, Haishanjue is a body refining technique that requires a lot of spiritual energy to nourish the meridians and temper the body. The speed at which the purple crystal absorbs spiritual energy is more than twice as fast as Qing's own cultivation. The originally stagnant Haishanju suddenly showed signs of breakthrough with the help of the purple crystal. Qing's meridians were filled with spiritual energy, the blocked places were opened one by one, and his flesh and blood became more tough under the nourishment of spiritual energy. Before long, Qing felt earth-shaking changes in his body. When he punched, he could stir up sharp wind, and his speed was much faster than before. Moreover, a black dot the size of a fingernail appeared on his left arm. That is the symbol of the first level of qi condensation, which is also the alienation point of the first level of Haishanji. At that moment Qing was completely stunned. He never thought that he could break through to the first level of qi condensation so quickly. And all of this was thanks to the purple crystal. From then on, Qing truly stepped into the path of cultivation, having the capital to gain a foothold in the ruins, and no longer having to hide and barely survive like before. After breaking through to the first level of qi condensation, Qing's strength increased greatly. But the dangers in the ruins did not decrease but became more and more. Once he encountered a disabled ox at the second level of qi condensation. The disabled ox was stronger than him, and its temperament was brutal, determined to kill him and seize the supplies on his body. At first, Qing was no match for the disabled ox at all. He was beaten and retreated steadily, adding many more wounds to his body, and he was on the verge of death several times. At this critical moment, the purple crystal in his chest erupted with power again. A large amount of spiritual energy poured into Qing's body instantly, not only repairing his wounds, but also temporarily enhancing his strength, giving him the capital to fight against the disabled ox. Qing himself was ruthless and decisive. With the blessing of the purple crystal, he suddenly erupted with amazing combat power. Relying on the body refining advantage of Haishanju and the spiritual energy given by the purple crystal, he forcibly killed the disabled ox at the second level of qi condensation. This battle made Qing fully understand that the purple crystal can not only help him cultivate and heal, but also help him kill powerful enemies in critical moments, being his most solid backing. And this was the first time the purple crystal helped Xu Qing through a life-or-death crisis in a frontal battle. From then on, Xu Qing cherished the purple crystal even more and relied more on its power. Later, Xu Qing met team leader Lei of the Thunder Scavenger team in the ruins. Team leader Li took a fancy to Xu Qing's ruthlessness and talent, and took him out of the ruins, allowing him to finally have a temporary place to stay. After joining the Thunder team, although Xu Qing no longer had to struggle alone in the ruins, the dangers did not decrease. The team often had to perform various dangerous scavenging tasks and face provocation and attacks from other scavengers, and the purple crystal still silently protected him. Once, the Thunder team accidentally stepped into a trap set by the camp master and the Night Pigeon team while performing a task. There were many enemies, and their strength was much stronger than theirs. Team leader Lei and Mangui chose to stay behind to cover Xu Qing and others to break through. During the breakthrough, Xu Qing was attacked by a group of black-scaled wolves and accidentally fell off a cliff with them. As we all know, the bottom of the cliff is even more dangerous. After falling off the cliff, Xu Qing was seriously injured, covered in blood, and almost lost consciousness. Moreover, there were weird ghost shadows appearing at the bottom of the cliff. Those ghost shadows were formed by the fragmented will of the god, specially devouring the souls of living people. Once swallowed by the ghost shadows, Xu Qing would be completely annihilated. At the critical moment when the ghost shadow was about to devour Xu Qing's soul, the purple crystal in his chest was triggered again. A purple light erupted instantly, forming a barrier to block the ghost shadow outside. As we said before, the purple crystal is a sealing artifact that suppresses gods, and it has a natural suppression and deterrent effect on evil and weird things formed by the fragmented will of gods. Therefore, that ghost shadow could not break through the purple light barrier at all, but was gradually eroded and devoured by the purple light. At the same time, the purple crystal was quickly repairing Xu Qing, supplementing his vitality and physical strength, allowing him to slowly regain consciousness. What is even more surprising is that with the help of the purple crystal, Xu Qing not only got rid of the threat of the ghost shadow, but also took the opportunity to break through to the third level of qi condensation, and his strength was greatly improved again. Moreover, he also subdued the ghost shadow suppressed by the purple crystal, making it one of his trump cards. It can be said that without the purple crystal, Xu Qing would have died at the bottom of the cliff this time, either fell to death or was swallowed by the ghost shadow, and there would be no further development. And this help from the purple crystal also made Xu Qing more aware that the power of this crystal is far stronger than he imagined. After that, the Thunder team faced more and more crises. Because team leader Lei had made too many enemies, he was arrested by his enemies. To repay team leader Lei's kindness of recognizing his talent, Xu Qing decided to break into the enemy's camp alone to rescue him. The enemy's camp was heavily guarded, with many powerful people inside, including elders and the campmaster of the King Kong sect, whose strength was far beyond Xu Qing's after breaking into the enemy's camp. Although Xu Qing killed many enemies with his own ruthlessness and the help of the ghost shadow, he was finally seriously injured by the elder of the King Kong sect and fell into a desperate situation. Just when Xu Qing was about to be killed by the elder, the purple crystal in his chest erupted again. A purple light instantly enveloped his whole body, forming an indestructible defensive barrier to block the elder's fatal blow. At the same time, the purple crystal quickly repaired Xu Qing. Serious injuries detoxified all the poison in his body, and continuously provided him with spiritual energy, allowing him to regain his combat power. Seizing this opportunity, relying on the power given by the purple crystal and his own decisive killing, Xu Qing forcibly killed the elder and the camp master of the King Kong sect, successfully rescuing team leader Lei. Unfortunately, team leader Lei was already seriously injured at that time and his vitality was completely exhausted. Even the purple crystal could not bring him back to life. Xu Qing once tried to save team leader Lei with the purple crystal, injecting the power of the purple crystal into his body, but the light of the purple crystal could only stay in team leader Lei's body for a moment, unable to repair his damaged vitality at all. In the end, team leader Lei still sacrificed. Although the purple crystal failed to save team leader Lei, it helped Xu Qing take revenge and gave him the opportunity to continue walking with team leader Lei's last wish. And this time, the purple crystal not only helped Xu Qing through the life-or-death crisis, but also made him understand the principle of the law of the jungle, making him more firm and ruthless. After team leader Lai's sacrifice, to avoid being chased and killed by the ancestor of the King Kong sect, Shu Qing took refuge with the faceless female ghost, then turned around and looted the King Kong sect, stepping on the bones of his enemies, and broke into a broader world through the teleportation array. 7 Blood Pupils. 7 Blood Pupils is a place where powerful people gather, and the entrance test is extremely strict, requiring tests of alienation value and will. Many cultivators cannot pass the test. The reason why Shu Qing was able to pass the test without an exam, in addition to his firm will and alienation value as high as 43 points. The purple crystal also played a great role. As we all know, Shu Qing's alienation point was generated by cultivating Haishan Jue, while the purple crystal helped him absorb spiritual energy and temper his body. It also quietly purified the alienation power in his body, making his alienation value not only meet the test requirements, but also not be backlashed by the alienation power. Moreover, during the test, many weird forces tried to interfere with Shu Qing's will and make him fall into an illusion. The purple light emitted by the purple crystal could help him stay awake, resist the interference of the illusion, and allow him to pass the test smoothly. He was assigned to the 7th peak of 7 Blood Pupils and joined the 6th team of the Criminal Hunting Division. After joining the Criminal Hunting Division, Shu Qing began to perform various criminal hunting tasks, and the enemies he encountered became more and more powerful. Among them, the most representative one is the operation to eliminate the night pigeon. The night pigeon is an extremely cruel organization, and all its members are ruthless and powerful, and they are good at using poison and weird techniques. Many members of the Criminal Hunting Division have died at their hands. After joining the Criminal Hunting Division, Shu Qing took the initiative to volunteer to participate in the operation to eliminate the night pigeon, and this time, the purple crystal helped him a great deal again. During the operation, Shu Qing encountered the leader of the night pigeon. The leader was powerful and good at using poison. As soon as he made a move, he released deadly poison gas at Shu Qing. This poison gas was extremely overbearing, which could quickly erode people's meridians, making people lose combat power instantly, even die. Although Shu Qing reacted quickly, he still inhaled some poison gas. Feeling severe pain all over his body, his meridians began to fester, and his strength dropped rapidly. At this critical moment, the purple crystal played its role again, quickly operating its power to devour and detoxify all the poison gas in Shu Qing's body, while repairing his damaged meridians and supplementing his spiritual energy. After regaining his strength, relying on his own swordsmanship, the help of the ghost shadow, and the blessing of the purple crystal, Shu Qing killed the leader of the night pigeon with one sword, becoming famous in one battle and gaining a firm foothold in the Criminal Hunting Division. After this battle, Shu Qing's reputation became more and more famous, attracting the attention of more enemies. But he was not afraid, because he knew that the purple crystal would always be with him, helping him avoid disasters. And the role of the purple crystal is not only to heal wounds, detoxify, and enhance strength. It can also help Shu Qing resist external possession, which is an extremely important ability in the cultivation world. As we all know, the cultivation world is mixed with good and evil. Many powerful people choose to possess other people's bodies to quickly improve their strength, especially cultivators like Shu Qing who are talented and have a special physique, who are the key targets of possession. Several times, Shu Qing encountered enemies who were good at possession techniques. These enemies tried to forcibly possess his body and occupy it. But whenever the enemy's soul approached Shu Qing, the purple crystal would erupt with purple light, forming a barrier to block the enemy's soul outside, and even counterattack the enemy, causing severe damage to the enemy's soul. Once, a powerful person at the Golden Core stage took a fancy to Shu Qing's physique and wanted to possess his body. That powerful person was much stronger than Shu Qing, and Shu Qing could resist him head-on, so he could only defend passively. Just when the enemy's soul was about to invade Shu Qing's body, the purple crystal suddenly erupted with intense purple light, not only blocking the enemy's soul, but also releasing the power of the divine origin, counterattacking that Golden Core stage powerful person, causing fatal damage to his soul, and finally making him flee in embarrassment. This time, the purple crystal helped Shu Qing escape a disaster again, and also made him understand that the power of the purple crystal can not only resist ordinary enemies, but also powerful people who are good at weird techniques. As Shu Qing's strength became stronger and stronger, he began to come into contact with more secrets and encountered more dangers, and the abilities of the purple crystal also slowly awakened as Shu Qing grew. Later, Shu Qing went to Juying Island to participate in a life-or-death trial, wanting to obtain the life lamp and break through to the Foundation establishment stage. Juying Island is an extremely dangerous place, with not only powerful strange beasts, but also various weird restrictions. Many cultivators died in the trial. The reason why Shu Qing was able to successfully obtain the life lamp and break through to the Foundation establishment stage is that the purple crystal played a decisive role. During the trial on Juying Island, Shu Qing encountered attacks from many powerful strange beasts and other cultivators, falling into a desperate situation several times, with more and more serious injuries and almost exhausted spiritual energy. But every time, the purple crystal erupted with power in time, helping him repair his injuries, supplement his spiritual energy, and let him regain his combat power. Moreover, the restrictions on Juying Island contain powerful divine power. Once ordinary people come into contact with it, they will be eroded by the divine power and become irrational monsters. As a sealing artifact that suppresses gods, the purple crystal can help Shu Qing purify the divine erosion in his body, allowing him to be unaffected by the restrictions and pass the trial smoothly. More importantly, after Shu Qing obtained the life lamp, he encountered great difficulties when he wanted to refine it and break through to the Foundation establishment stage. The life lamp was cultivated by the dominant ancient emperor, containing powerful power. It is extremely difficult to refine it. A little carelessness will lead to backlash from the power of the life lamp and death from body explosion. Just when Shu Qing encountered a bottleneck in refining the life lamp and was about to be backlashed, the purple crystal played its role again. It released its own divine origin power, wrapped the life lamp, helped Shu Qing slowly refine the power of the life lamp, converted the power of the life lamp into his own power, and finally successfully broke through to the Foundation establishment stage, triggering the bell of 7 blood pupils, wearing a purple robe, and becoming a core disciple of 7 blood pupils. After breaking through to the Foundation establishment stage, Shu Qing's strength was qualitatively improved, but he did not stop. Instead, he continued to cultivate. Later, he obtained the Imperial-level technique, Golden Crow refines 10,000 spirits, and began to refine 10,000 races. C's innate supernatural powers advanced from 2 Fire Foundation establishment all the way, condensed 13 nascent souls, and practiced the combined secret technique. Noon has arrived. And in the process of cultivating, Golden Crow refines 10,000 spirits. The purple crystal also played a great role. Golden Crow refines 10,000 spirits requires refining a lot of alien power. These powers are extremely mixed, which can easily cause conflicts in the body and make the cultivator go mad. The purple crystal can help Shu Qing purify these mixed powers, convert them into pure spiritual energy, and allow him to cultivate smoothly without going mad. Later, Shu Qing went to Taikang Taoist Temple to obtain Chu Shengyun's life lamp to further improve his strength. Taikang Taoist Temple is full of powerful restrictions and many guardian beasts, and the time laws inside are also chaotic. A little carelessness will lead to backlash from the time laws and being trapped inside forever. The purple crystal contains the power of time, which can help Shu Qing resist the backlash of the time laws, allowing him to walk freely in Taikang Taoist Temple without being affected by the time laws. Moreover, when facing the guardian beasts of Taikang Taoist Temple, the purple light released by the purple crystal can suppress the power of the guardian beasts, making it easier for Shu Qing to defeat them and finally successfully obtain Chu Shengyun's life lamp. As the plot progresses, Shu Qing's strength becomes stronger and stronger, and he gradually uncovers the truth of the world. He knows that his destiny is not only related to himself, but also to the safety of the entire Wangu continent. He began to fight against the giants controlled by divine fragments and the evil forces that wanted to seize the power of the gods. In these battles, the role of the purple crystal became more and more important. The purple crystal can not only help him enhance his strength and repair his injuries, but also attract the origin power of the god's face to merge with his blood, further improving his strength. It can even let him have the ability to control time, go back in time to avoid fatal injuries, and even temporarily achieve time stagnation, gaining an absolute advantage in battles. Once, Shu Qing encountered a giant controlled by divine fragments. The giant was extremely powerful, and Shu Qing could resist him head-on. He was seriously injured by the giant and even on the verge of death. At this critical moment, the purple crystal erupted with all its power. A purple light enveloped the entire battlefield, not only repairing Shu Qing's serious injuries, but also slowly devouring and purifying the divine fragments on the giant, making the giant lose power and finally be killed by Shu Qing. This battle made Shu Qing fully understand that the purple crystal is not only his guardian artifact, but also the key for him to fight against evil forces and break his destiny. Let's talk about another extremely powerful ability of the purple crystal. It can change blood. Although Shu Qing's physique is special, it was not a top-level physique at first. Under the long-term nourishment of the purple crystal, his blood was slowly changed, becoming more and more powerful, and even related to the blood of the gods. This also allowed him to better control the power of the purple crystal and better resist the erosion of divine power. Moreover, the purple crystal can keep the corpse intact. Shu Qing discovered this when he first picked up the purple crystal. Later on his path of cultivation, he also used this ability many times to preserve some important items or corpses, gaining many opportunities for himself. In addition, the purple crystal has a very peculiar feature. Its power will continue to improve as Shu Qing grows. The stronger Shu Qing is, the more abilities the purple crystal awakens, and the stronger the power it exerts. At first, the purple crystal could only help Shu Qing heal wounds, detoxify, and absorb spiritual energy. Later, it gradually could suppress evil spirits, resist possession, control time, and even help him refine the life lamp and merge blood. These abilities are unlocked little by little as Shu Qing grows. It can be said that the purple crystal is like Shu Qing's partner, growing and becoming stronger with him, and facing those life or death trials together. Speaking of which, let's look back. Shu Qing has come a long way. From surviving by chance in the ruins at the age of 6, to joining the Thunder Team, then breaking into 7 blood pupils, becoming the leader of the criminal hunting division, then the senior management of the sword-holding palace, and finally being promoted to Immortal Venerable, in charge of the time and space constitution. Every step is inseparable from the help of the purple crystal. Without the purple crystal, Shu Qing might have died at the mouth of strange beasts in the ruins long ago, might have been eroded by poison and died, might have been killed by powerful enemies long ago, and even more impossible to have the later counterattack. Let's summarize again. This purple crystal has an extraordinary origin. It is a sealing artifact that suppresses the goddess face, a treasure that fell into the world after the gods split its will, containing divine origin power and time power. No one except Shu Qing can perceive or control it. It accompanied Shu Qing through the most difficult years, helping him avoid disasters, heal wounds, detoxify, enhance strength, and purify erosion. In every life or death crisis of Shu Qing, it can erupt with power and time to help him turn the danger into safety. It is not only a powerful magic treasure, but also Shu Qing's partner, the confidence for him to change his fate against the sky, and the key for him to grow from a wasteland boy to an immortal venerable. Many people say that Shu Qing's counterattack relies on his own ruthlessness and persistence. But it is undeniable that the purple crystal has played an irreplaceable role in his growth path. Without the purple crystal, even if Shu Qing is ruthless and persistent, it would be difficult for him to survive in that world where the law of the jungle prevails and dangers are everywhere, let alone break through numerous obstacles and become a powerful being who upholds the constitution and defies fate. This purple crystal has witnessed Shu Qing's growth, witnessed him climbing up from a sea of blood and bones, witnessed him walking on the bones of his enemies, and witnessed him growing from a homeless orphan to an immortal venerable who guards a side. Moreover, the secrets of the purple crystal have not been fully uncovered. As the plot progresses, it may unlock more powerful abilities, may uncover the mystery of Shu Qing's life experience, and may even become the key to finally defeating the god's face and breaking the cycle of reincarnation. But no matter what, this purple crystal has become one of the most classic and impressive treasures in Beyond Time, and also one of the most distinctive symbols of Shu Qing today. We have told you all about the origin of Shu Qing's purple crystal and its help. In fact, to summarize, this purple crystal is a sealing artifact of the god's face, accidentally obtained by Shu Qing, and then accompanied Shu Qing to grow all the way, helping him through countless life or death crises, being the biggest reliance for him to change his fate against the sky. It is not an exaggeration to say that without the purple crystal, there would be no later Qing. There may still be many friends who are not clear about some abilities and help of the purple crystal. It doesn't matter. You can leave a message in the comment area and we will discuss together. In fact, the novel Beyond Time has many more wonderful details. Qing's growth path has many more touching stories, and the secrets of the purple crystal have many more waiting for us to discover. Later, we will continue to talk about the wonderful content of Beyond Time. For those who like it, remember to follow us, and we will continue talking next time.